Practice Toefl 7, Section 1, Listening Comprehension. In this section, you will demonstrate your skills in understanding spoken English. There are 3 parts in the listening comprehension section, with different tasks in each. Part A, Directions. In Part A, you will hear short conversations between 2 people. At the end of each conversation, a third person will ask a question about what the 2 people said. Each conversation and each question will be spoken only one time. For this reason, you must listen carefully to understand what each speaker says. After you hear a conversation and the question, read the 4 selections and choose the one that is the best answer to the question the speaker asked. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and blacken the space that corresponds to the letter for the answer you have chosen. Blacken the space completely so that the letter inside the space does not show. Listen to the following example. On the recording, you hear,
Does the car need to be filled?
Mary stopped at the gas station on her way home.
What does the woman mean? In your test book, you will read, A. Mary bought some food. B. Mary had car trouble. C. Mary went shopping. D. Mary bought some gas. From the conversation, you learn that Mary stopped at the gas station on her way home. The best answer to the question, does the car need to be filled, is D. Mary bought some gas. Therefore, the correct answer is D. Now let us begin Part A with question number 1. Question number 1.
I was wondering if I could borrow a cup of sugar. I'm baking a cake and I ran out.
I'm glad it's your turn to ask for something.
What does the man mean? Question number 2.
I bought this tie for my husband, but he doesn't like the color.
Would you like to take another look at our selection?
I'd rather have a refund.
What is the man's job? Question number 3.
I'm afraid there is no Sunday edition. It comes out only on weekdays.
Isn't there news on Sunday?
What are the man and the woman talking about? Question number 4.
Have you seen a thick, dark blue pen? I looked for 20 minutes and I can't find it anywhere.
Did you misplace it again? You'll find it. You always do.
What conclusion can be drawn from the woman's statement? Question number 5.
Because of the fog in Seattle, Mr. Black's flight has been delayed, and it looks like he's still waiting for the departure.
Oh, thank you for calling. Is he going to be in his office tomorrow, or is he going directly to San Francisco?
Where is Mr. Black today? Question number 6.
I've gained weight. If I don't start exercising every day, none of my clothes will fit.
I could have told you that.
What does the woman suggest to the man? Question number 7.
I'd like a pound of your chicken salad and half a pound of roast beef.
Will that be all?
I guess so.
What does the woman mean? Question number 8.
Marcia strikes me as an unreliable person. She has lost more papers than I care to mention.
She is not half as bad as Tracy.
What does the woman say about Tracy? Question number 9.
Motorcycle races can be very dangerous if you don't know what you are doing.
No kidding.
What can be concluded from the man's response? Question number 10.
I am looking forward to this trip. Don't forget the camera. Last time we went on a tour, you left it behind.
You carry it then.
What are the man and the woman going to do next? Question number 11.
Do you mind closing the door? When they unload the truck, they are very noisy.
Do I mind? I'd be happy to.
What does a man mean? Question number 12.
Peggy wanted to cancel her appointment with Dr. Robinson this afternoon.
She can certainly do that, but the doctor is leaving tomorrow, and he won't be back until June.
In this case, I think she'd better keep it.
What did the man say Peggy will do? Question number 13.
The bank has turned down my application for a loan. I need $500 to pay my tuition.
Don't look at me.
What does the woman mean? Question number 14.
The deadline for the market survey is the 15th of December. To analyze the data, we have to finish collecting it by the 1st of November.
This may be cutting it a little too close.
What does the man mean? Question number 15.
The road construction on Route 71 is creating terrible traffic backups.
Tell me about it. That's the road I have to take home.
What can be said about the woman? Question number 16.
They got so lost driving from the stadium that it took them almost 2 hours to find their way back to the hotel.
Didn't they have a map?
What does the woman mean? Question number 17.
This house has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a spacious living room, and a volleyball court in the backyard.
Do you suppose we could schedule an appointment with the owner?
What would the woman like to do? Question number 18.
Mrs. Cook's class is going to visit the newspaper on Tuesday, and we are asking for volunteers to help with transportation.
35 children would require 8 passenger cars. What else can we do?
What does the woman suggest? Question number 19.
This game can be fun, and it also helps you expand your vocabulary. It's easy to learn. You put together words in a sequence using the letters on these cards. See?
Where did you put the letter cards?
What are the man and the woman doing? Question number 20.
I heard Matthew followed Jenny to her new job, and their house is up for sale.
Is that so?
What does the woman mean? Question number 21.
2 for dinner tonight?
Another person is going to join us.
What does the woman mean? Question number 22.
I don't think the salesman helped us a whole lot.
I agree.
What does the man mean? Question number 23.
It's dark in the front hall.
The bulb's burned out.
What does the woman imply? Question number 24.
How about some sandwiches and chips for lunch?
What, again?
What does the man mean? Question number 25.
I thought the band played really well. How did you like it?
I've heard better.
What does the woman mean? Question number 26.
Only city residents are allowed to swim in the pool.
I've lived here for the past 9 years.
What does the man imply? Question number 27.
It's 11:45. Your flight is at 1:15, and it'll take us a good hour to get to the airport.
The clock is 10 minutes fast.
What does the woman mean? Question number 28.
Photography is an exciting hobby. I'd like to learn how to take good pictures.
Last year you wanted to take guitar lessons.
What does the man imply? Question number 29.
I have to see my accountant tomorrow, and my car is in the shop. Could you take me?
Sorry, I have to work all day tomorrow, but you are welcome to use my car.
What does the woman mean? Question number 30.
My math instructor doesn't want to help me with the course assignments. She seems to think that we are all mathematicians.
Keeping up with the assignments is your responsibility.
What does the woman imply? This is the end of Part A. Now read the directions for Part B while they are being read to you. Part B. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Remember, you are not allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Questions 31 through 34 refer to a conversation about selecting a college.
When I graduated from high school, I never had a chance to go to college, but now I may be able to. So I've been trying to decide what college to apply to and thought you could help me.
I'd be glad to talk to you about it. There are many things to consider. When you think of going to college, you need to be prepared to work hard. Studying takes up a lot of time, and students who are not motivated usually don't succeed.
I can easily see how motivation can affect success in learning. Taking college classes may not be very different from doing many other things. If you like what you do a better job.
And when you are trying to figure out which college to attend, there are many questions one should ask. Asking for information can help you discover many facts about the school, what courses it offers, and what kinds of facilities it provides for students.
Should I ask for a brochure? Maybe I need to write letters to several schools to find out about their libraries, laboratories, computers, and other facilities.
That sounds like a good start. In addition, asking about their teaching methods and the average class size may give you the information you need to decide.
These are essential facts. So if I'm going to write to them for information, what else do I need to find out?
Okay. Other key questions are about their tuition, fees, and assistance available for students. For example, can the college help students get a job? Many colleges hire their students to work in offices, mail rooms, food services, and dorms. Not only do students earn money, but also they acquire work experience that they need to get jobs when they graduate.
Question number 31. What is the main topic of this conversation? Question number 32. What is important for success in college? Question number 33. What does the man suggest to the woman? Question number 34. How do students get job experience at college? Questions 35 through 38 refer to a conversation about dogs.
You bought a dog. I can't believe it. Why did you buy a dog?
It's not just a dog, it's a bearded collie. They were known for being guards of cattle and sheep in Scotland in the 15th century. I bought it because I thought it would be good for the children to have. They'll have to take care of it and feed it, and they will learn responsibility by caring for another living creature.
Why did you buy a collie?
Collies are disciplined and reliable. They are highly intelligent. They can help their owners by guarding the house. They don't require a lot of attention and can be left alone for long periods of time. When we both go to work and the children go to school, it'll have to stay alone and take care of itself.
Sounds like you've given this a lot of thought.
Yes, I have. Besides collies, I also studied up on terriers, golden retrievers, cocker spaniels, and foxhounds. Terriers are good dogs, and they are beautiful. They have clean, smooth coats, square heads, and big brown eyes. Terriers like people, and they are good pets because they like affection. Terriers are smaller than collies, and they are very playful.
So why didn't you get a terrier then?
I didn't because they seem to be strongly attached to people. I'm in the office from 8 to 4, and the children are at school from 7:30 to 3:30. So if we are out of the house all day, who is going to take care of the dog? Collies seem to be a better choice. We need a dog that doesn't need a lot of attention. It seems that a terrier wouldn't fit in because it likes to be around people, and we spend a lot of time out of the house.
Question number 35. Why did the woman buy a dog? Question number 36. What does the woman say about collies? Question number 37. What are the other types of dogs the woman liked? Question number 38. Why didn't the woman buy a terrier? This is the end of Part B. Now read the directions for Part C while they are being read to you. Part C. Directions. In Part C, you will hear short talks. At the end of each, you will be asked several questions. Each talk and each question will be spoken only one time. For this reason, you must listen carefully to understand what the speaker says. After you hear a question, read the 4 selections and choose the one that is the best answer to the question the speaker asked. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and blacken the space that corresponds to the letter for the answer you have chosen. Listen to this sample talk. You will hear,
Before people used automobiles, they walked or rode bicycles for short distances and took trains, streetcars, or horse-drawn carriages for long-distance travel. When automobiles were first produced, only the rich could afford them. Today, almost every household in the United States owns at least one car, and 90% of American adults have driver's licenses. According to the yearly value of its output, the U.S. automobile industry exceeds all other manufacturing industries in the country. As a consumer, this industry also supports other major industries such as steel, glass, and rubber. Furthermore, approximately 12 million Americans are employed in the auxiliary service industries consisting of repair shops and service stations.
Now listen to the following question. You will hear, according to the speaker, how did people travel before the invention of the automobile? You will read, A. By cars and carriages. B. By bicycles, trains, and carriages. C. On foot and by boat. D. On board ships and trains. The best answer to the question, according to the speaker, how did people travel before the invention of the automobile, is B. By bicycles, trains, and carriages. Therefore, the correct answer is B. Now listen to another sample question. Approximately how many people are employed in the automobile service industry? You will read A. 1 million, B. 10 million, C. 12 million, D. 90 million. The best answer to the question, approximately how many people are employed in the automobile service industry, is C. 12 million. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Questions 39 through 42 refer to the following talk about video rentals.
Like most other businesses, home video consists of 3 segments. They are first production, second distribution, and finally retail. When companies produce pre-recorded cassettes and DVDs, that's production. Most of the home video market consists of sales of movies, and almost all motion picture studios dominate the production of cassettes and DVDs. Just as an example, 2/3 of videocassette and DVD sales come from the 10 largest studios, and 20th Century Fox and Columbia occupy the first and the second place. Studios do not sell directly to retailers. Distributors do. And more than 90 distribution firms in the U.S. have become the bridge between production and retail. Cassette and DVD distributors make it easy for retail stores to become a video rental outlet. These days, more than 60,000 convenience stores rent videos. And that's in addition to the 30,000 video rental stores. The retail business is volatile, and it's very competitive. A retail store can carry about 5,000 to 7,000 movies, which include current and old titles. On the other hand, convenience and grocery stores usually have about 300 to 500 titles that are current pictures. The video rental business these days is almost like fast food restaurants, and a store covers a certain area of about 3 miles in each direction. Independently owned stores have a tough time competing with large chains that dominate the business. The largest one has about 2,700 franchises, and the second largest about 800.
Question number 39. What is the main topic of this talk? Question number 40. Approximately how many retail outlets rent videos? Question number 41. What does the speaker say about the video rental business? Question number 42. Who dominates the video rental business? Questions 43 through 46 refer to the following talk about recycling.
Iron and aluminum represent 94% of all metal use. Recycling items that contain these metals extends the supply of mineral resources because it reduces the use of virgin materials mined from the Earth's crust. Using recycled iron, or scrap iron as it is also called, not only conserves iron ore and coal, but it also requires 65% less energy and 42% less water to process. In addition, recycling produces 85% less air pollution. It is somewhat surprising that only about 1/4 of all iron and aluminum used in the world today comes from recycling efforts. For example, beverage cans are one of the largest sources of recycled aluminum, but almost half of all cans produced each year are thrown away. There are several factors that negatively affect metal recycling in the U.S. The fact that the U.S. metal industry has not modified its equipment to process recycled metals is one of them. Another is that most Americans have a throwaway mentality. They have been conditioned to throw things away. Manufacturers promote this lifestyle through advertising because it increases short-term consumption, but they neglect to take into account the long-term environmental costs. Consumers pay for these costs in the form of taxes and have no easily identifiable reason to recycle. American consumers often think that returning beverage cans is too much trouble. They would rather toss them away and have someone else deal with them. Merchants don't like having returned metal cans in their stores. Labor unions worry that workers in the can manufacturing industry will lose their jobs. A national law requiring the return of beverage cans would reduce the processing of virgin aluminum ore by 55 to 75%. Urban solid waste would also fall by 1% and save taxpayers $25 to $50 million a year.
Question number 43. Why is the recycling of metals desirable? Question number 44. What is the proportion of iron and aluminum that comes from recycling? Question number 45. According to the speaker, why do American consumers often fail to recycle? Question number 46. What does the speaker say about merchants' attitudes toward recycling beverage containers? Questions 47 through 50 refer to the following talk about roses.
There is little doubt that roses are one of the most preferred and best-loved flowers in almost all climate zones. Most lose their leaves in the fall, but some can be evergreen in very mild climates. Centuries of cultivation have created an amazing array of flowers of every form and color. The smallest are a foot high, with flowers as small as a thumbnail. The largest bloom with flowers as big as a salad plate. Red, pink, and white are the traditional colors, but orange, yellow, black, and purple also can be found in the gardens of devoted growers. Growing these shrubs is not complicated if their type and variety are suitable for the climate zone. Each year, the American Rose Society publishes ratings of roses on the scale from 1 to 10, and the higher the rating, the better the rose. The highest-rated roses grow in most climates, but those with low ratings do well only in certain regions of the country. In areas with cool summers, roses with a great number of petals should be avoided because they often fail to open. Also, dark-colored roses don't do well because they do not develop their full color. In hot summer areas, roses can grow in any garden, but their flowers open soon after they bud, and the color of their petals fades quickly. Roses bloom best during the spring and fall, and flower production falls during intensely hot summers. In areas with cold winters, some of the marketed roses are not hardy enough, and special protection is needed to assure that they survive from winter to winter. To determine which roses are best suited for a particular climate, a novice gardener may want to take a trip to a municipal garden or an established private rose garden. Obviously, the varieties of shrubs found there will perform well in that climate zone.
Question number 47. What is the main topic of this talk? Question number 48. How does the American Rose Society rate roses? Question number 49. What does the speaker say about growing roses in very hot climates? Question number 50. What does a rose gardener need to do in climates with cold winters? Stop working on Section 1.